Hola, hola. Good morning, everybody. This one I want to do in English because I got so many great examples for this one. Okay. And if you're a realtor and you are tuning in, thank you for joining me today and every morning. And let's go ahead and get started. Why won't my realtor show me all the homes? Reason number one, maybe you're not qualified for a conventional loan. Maybe they're selling that home as cash only. Maybe that home will not pass that FHA, that BA inspection. And I'm talking about the inspection from the bank, okay? Because all the other inspections that you do, it all depends on what you want. But the one that really, really counts is the one from the bank. And if you are qualified for an FHA loan as your lender, why won't I be able to buy that house just because it's a conventional loan? Maybe your lender has not explained to you. FHA, conventional, they're friends, but they're not the same thing. Okay. VA is a whole completely different animal out there. So if you are not qualified to buy with a conventional loan, then you cannot be seeing those houses that will not qualify for FHA, because there are different things that banks look at. And if the paint is peeling, if the windows are missing, if the floor is missing, it will not qualify for certain loans. So the realtors that work with me, they understand that if they're going to sell a home, if they're going to put a house to sell, they need to understand the requirements. Is the same for you. If you qualify for an FHA loan and the house does not have that listed, when you go to Zillow or Realtor.com or all the 1,000 different pages that are out there, even on the ones that your own realtor is sending you automatically on the local MLS, there will be a place, and I'm going to go ahead and show that to you in a little bit. There will be a place where you can look for that specific information, because sometimes people don't understand that there's all the information is there, but sometimes the realtor is not that they're bad realtors and they don't want to show you the houses. But remember, they don't get paid until you sign on that dotted line, until you actually close on that transaction, on the purchase of that home. Okay. If you're selling, the same thing, realtors do not get paid until they sell the property. Okay. Whether they're helping the buyer or whether they're helping the seller. But going back to why one house is qualified for a certain loan and why they won't qualify for others, it's all about the loan. Okay. Some loans are more picky than others. Some loans have a little bit more stricter rules than others. But overall, I need you to understand something. If you are working with a really, really good realtor that knows the basic stuff on the lending side, they're not lenders, so they're going to know everything about the home. But if they say, okay, well, Nora sent me a pre-approval for an FHA loan, they're going to go and look for this specific information. This house qualifies for FHA. But if that house says they qualify for FHA, and then the bank goes, the bank sends the inspector, right? The appraisal, the blessed appraisal, and they say, nope, the paint is peeling, windows are broken, there's problems with plumbing, the roof is gone. There's a lot more things that an FHA appraiser is going to look at than on the conventional loan. On the conventional loan, I've seen houses that they're missing pieces of siding and they close. Okay, so yes, conventional loan is really, really more lenient, way more lenient than FHA, and definitely way more lenient than VA. Okay, if you have any comments, I can go ahead and answer them right now. Whether you're a realtor, whether you're a buyer, whether you're a seller, like, okay, is my house going to qualify to be sold with an FHA loan? And here's the thing: why are realtors concerned about this? Why are buyers concerned about this? why are sellers concerned about this? Is the house going to be sold? Is this house that I am showing my buyer, are these going to pass that appraisal inspection? Because the appraiser, remember, the appraiser is the eyes that boots on that ground for that bank that is um, approving you. Okay, so if that house does not pass inspection, doesn't matter how well qualified you are. If that house does not pass the bank inspection, you will not be able to close on that house unless the seller or yourself are willing to correct whatever it is that the appraiser says that needs to be corrected. Okay, and right now sellers are penny pinching to sell for the most money, or to sell at least at the price that they're selling it for, and buyers are trying to get their money's worth, because they're paying a pretty penny right now on interest rates. Okay, so regardless on what it is that you are looking for, understand what are the requirements, and understand that sometimes the realtors that are selling these homes, that are representing the sellers, some of them, they have no idea what an FHA or BA price is going to require. So they list all these options available. And with that, let's go ahead and start with that. I'm going to go ahead and just look at let's see. Go. Let's go ahead and share. Let's go ahead and share homes. There it is. Let's go to this one. Not for any specific reason, okay? But let's go ahead and say, this one looks nice. Okay. Okay. So this one, if you guys, and I know that a lot of people use this site to look for houses. So look, if you just go down, let me see. And hopefully they did a good job putting this in here. Yeah, they got it. Here it is. Listing terms. Is this house going to pass FHA and BA appraisals? Well, I can tell you just by looking at it, I am not, by no means am I going to pretend to be an appraiser, but I can go ahead and kind of tell you, and maybe I should have gotten another example, but let's go ahead and look at the pictures. Okay. Let's see. Well, the floor looks good. The paint looks good. Okay. Obviously, people live there and they're not freezing. Then that system should be good too, as long as none of that stuff is leaking. Fans, honestly, guys, the fence doesn't even matter. It's really up to the buyer on that. But on this one, I mean, I don't foresee any problems. I love the fact that they put the part of the roof on it, because it kind of tells you, I mean, what it is that you're looking at. Okay, let's go to another one that might show some problems. Let's see. Maybe I put the price too high. Let's go ahead and go down. Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and go all the way down to the 200s, okay? And let's see. Well, now I'm looking at all pretty houses. I'm trying to look for one that might have an issue with FHA. Let me see. I think I got one. Okay, well, pictures look pretty good. Yeah, this one is ready to go. Will they have problems? I don't know. Sometimes they'll have problems with foundation. I cannot see that from here. Okay. But I mean, these are the things that your realtor, every time your realtor, they're gonna have all the time in their day to go ahead and look for details like this. Look at the picture in every single house, and really just make sure the house is gonna qualify by what they see. On this one, I don't even see what the terms are, and that's what I was telling you about. Sometimes they won't put that here, and they should. They should. Let me see. This one says that it should be good for FHA, but there's the key. It should be. Okay, so how are you gonna know once you get that inspection? Do you want to get an inspection before you get the actual bank inspection? That's a great idea. That is a great idea. And for that, I mean, I always recommend Elvia Williams, who is with me for, my God, the last 6 years. Um, I always keep on sharing her information. Okay, and if you pay for that inspection, you can 100%. Well, I shouldn't say 100%, but you should be more at peace of ordering that appraisal. Another thing, why won't they show you those homes if they already know these situations? If they already know, okay, they are getting into an FHA loan. And this house is just by the pictures. I understand. Sometimes they put all the listing terms in an FHA. Can be a regular FHA, or it can be an FHA where the bank is giving you the money to rehab that property. It's not a flip and fix. FHA is for your primary residence with the home that you're going to be living in. However, there is a loan that is an FHA loan for properties that need some things replaced, some things updated. Some are limited, some are not limited to what you can do. However, you also need to qualify for that specific FHA loan. So sometimes the listing the realtors that are helping the sellers sell their homes, they will put FHA as acceptable loan, as okay, the seller is accepting FHA loans, but they fail to put that extra, hey, it's an FHA loan so that you can fix the house, and that needs to be told. If I say disclose, some buyers are not gonna even understand what that means. Realtors, we talk this lingo, but going back to basics, like really, people, buyers, sellers, if your house needs work and you want to offer FHA, understand that there is a program that can go ahead and be used by the buyers that want to buy your house, and that will go ahead and make sure that they don't need to be qualified for conventional. These buyers are good for FHA, and there's a program, a regular FHA, and an FHA that is used for buyers that they don't care that there's a little bit of stuff that needs to be fixed on the house, but it's within those things that the bank will go ahead and be okay issuing that other FHA loan, not the regular one. And there is a very misconception that actually my oldest daughter brought up to me, and I said, "Oh my God!" But again, we talk this lingo all the time, and what that is she thought that FHA actually meant first-time home buyers. She didn't understand what the A was, but people, that's not what it is. Uh, we're already empty nesters. We have an FHA mortgage. We have an FHA loan on our home that we live in. But because when we bought this home, we still have kids living with us. If we want to go ahead and get another loan, we can go and get another FHA loan because we are downgrading. The same way, if you have an FHA loan right now, in and you don't want to sell that home, but you want to go ahead and get another home, you can get another FHA loan as well. If let's say, okay, well, we bought this house, it was really just a 2 bedroom, we need a 3 bedroom, but we don't quite qualify for the conventional loan, you can still go and look for another home and use another FHA loan as long as you meet the criteria. Your family is growing. Surprise, you're gonna have twins. Who knows? But you need that 3 bedroom. There's reasons. With this COVID thing, a lot of things happen. Um, our parents are gonna come and live with us. Um, there's a reason. Your household is growing. The amount of people that are going to be living in your house, they don't fit in the house that you live in right now. So that is a reason. So talk to your lender. Create that relationship. Ask questions, because you're the one that is going out there taking those buyers to see all the homes that they qualify for. Okay. So always, I mean, take the time. Take the time. It's really not in the numbers. It's about the how you make these buyers feel. If you make sure that you show them the homes that they qualify for, uh, talk to the listing agent, get that information. Um, Buyers, the same thing. Please be open to what your realtor is telling you. If that home, they're not showing it to you, it might be because you qualify for a BA, you qualify for an FHA, and the house is listed as only accepting conventional or cash. Or some of them, they're like harmony loans, like, so there's a reason why they won't show you the homes. If you are asking for, I don't want a pool, and the house has a pool, they're not going to show you that home. That's another reason. I want fireplace, especially right now, right? And that house does not have fireplace. That's another reason. I had a very specific client, and the client wanted the homes to be not older than 10 years old. When you do a search, even though you see that home and it looks like, oh, they rehab the whole house, that home in that neighborhood might be 51 years old. Okay. So if you just want to go ahead and make sure that, okay, I want a house that is livable, I want a house that has 4 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms and a study, I want a house that absolutely has a garage. When you have a list and your list grows, that list of houses your realtor is going to show you shrinks. So be open to options so that your realtor can go ahead and show you more houses, especially if you're stuck and you're concerned, I want to be in this neighborhood. Then be open to the possibilities so that you can see a lot more homes, because sometimes you can only see 2 homes because those are the only 2 homes that check all the boxes. So the more boxes that you have, that your realtor has to check, the less houses you're going to see, more than likely. Not all the houses in San Antonio that are new will have a fireplace. And maybe it's because you want a home that is way too new. Okay, the older homes tend to be the ones with the fireplace. Maybe it's the amount of your loan, because the new homes also come with fireplace. But if you don't qualify for that extra amount, then those houses are not on the search that your realtor is going to do. So there's a lot of criteria that your realtor has to be looking for, especially when she does your buyer consultation. I hope your buyer sat down with you and told you, do you have another house? Do you need to sell it? Are you going to be living in there? I mean, all the buyer consultation, that's where you are going to get not only your answers, your questions answered, but your realtor has questions too. Because when she gets you in touch with me, I am going to ask you those questions and lot more. So I give you 30 minutes of glory. Please give me 30 minutes of glory. I'm going to answer all your questions, and hopefully you have the answers for me too, right? Because that's the only way that I can go and help you. And I will make sure that I explain to you whether it's a conventional loan, whether it's an FHA loan, whether it's an BA loan, whether it's a bank statement loan. I am going to tell you exactly what kind of houses you cannot see. The ones that you can see, that's your realtor's job. right? But the ones that you cannot see, I will tell you. And if you tell me, Nora, I qualify, you tell me I qualify for 450,000, I don't want to buy a house that high. Okay, then tell me how much do you want me to put on that pre-approval letter. But remember, when you're cutting yourself short, you might not get that fireplace. You might not get that two-car garage. Ladies, my car stays in the garage. It is freaking cold out there. I love it. And when it's hot, my car is going to stay in the garage because it's too hot. We live in Texas. Well, right now it's not hot, but that's a whole different story. Anyway, so get your facts straight. Get the information that you need. Ask questions. Please ask questions. Realtors, if you don't have that communication with your lender, hit me up. Go ahead and call me, DM me. Let's go ahead and sit down. Understand what houses might not qualify for certain loans, okay? And let's go ahead and work on those things because yes, although you might be a great realtor and you're looking at the information on the MLS, some realtors that are listing the homes don't understand that the home that they're selling might not work out for an FHA, might definitely not work out for a VA loan. Okay, so yes, you have a pre-approved buyer. If I gave you that pre-approval, they are good to go. But the house still needs to get approved. And some buyers don't understand that. But I can buy that house. Yeah, maybe not that one. If it doesn't qualify for the loan, if the seller is not willing to fix that AC that is not working, and because they're not living there, they don't want to put no more money into it. Okay. You have VA loan. That roof is falling apart. The seller doesn't want to put money into it. They just cannot do it. And you don't want to go to an FHA because with an FHA, you are going to be required to put a down payment. And why give up the VA benefits where you have zero down payment? With an FHA, if it needs to be fixed, it could be done. But with an VA, there's a lot more criteria that need to be covered. Understand what loan you're getting into. For that, you can go and talk to me and understand what loans people can actually use to buy that home that you are listing. Miss Listing Realtor, Mr. Listing Agent, and go ahead and call me for that information. Okay. Thank you, and I will see you guys tomorrow.